Pellegrino for, you know, who.
Right. Can you talk a bit about that? Actually, if I can follow on, how much will we see Mark, and you know, what sort of level will he be at in terms of how much we'll see him?
Currently, he's shooting episode 1, episode 3, and then we probably actually won't see him for a while. If you remember, like, you know, the amount that we actually saw Lilith wasn't all that often, because every time you bring in a bad guy, it becomes like really challenging, especially if you want to create that bad guy as a truly formidable adversary.
Sure.
You know, because you can't beat up with a bad guy every week, get to know them, have them keep losing, have the bad guy keep losing, and then it starts to get goofy. And so, you know, he'll pop in, he'll make you know, random appearances. And then in terms of Mark, it's actually funny because I know, like, you know, he's on Lost, and he's you know, he's badass as Jacob. I mean, I watch Lost, and he was in the running for Castiel. And it was, you know, it was. I only say this to pay credit to the book, which is it was between Misha and Mark, and they were both so excellent, and Misha squeaked by, but you know, Misha just sort of. Yeah, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Misha embodied the character, and he brought that sort of curiosity to it that was really sort of thrilling, that kind of sort of alien curiosity. And so, but we always loved Mark, and he was always in the back of our heads, and so when the part of Lucifer came up, we said, we went right to Mark. He never even auditioned. We just made him an offer, and he took the part, and there you go. Are you okay?
I could have done Lucifer too.
Yeah. Do you have another question?
Yeah, hi guys. Thanks for all the hard work to everybody from the cast and the crew. You're doing a great job out there. What I'd like to know is with Eric, Sarah and Ben is when you go into the writing process in the writing room that they run about May time each year, how do you go from all those ideas and actually rack them up into a series of episodes?
Yeah, that's all you guys.
Coffee mostly.
I'm mostly in a hot tub, so swigging Dom Perignon. I'm like, what have you? I don't hear typing. So.
Wow.
It's kind of like American Idol. It's just the strongest ideas win. We start out with a lot of ideas we're in love with, and if they survive and they continue to make the cut, they end up on the TV screen, but we're just really, really hard on the ideas. They have to survive our frustration with them and with each other and the long hours, and it's not pretty in there. It's not pretty.
The smell is familiar but unpleasant.
Thank you. That was a really good question. Next one.
Hi, so at the beginning of the season, when we first were introduced to the concept of angels and religion into the mythology, then a bunch of my friends of mine were worried about where it was going, but you guys took it and did such an amazing job telling such great stories with it. But the question is, on the other side of it, have you received any backlash about the way you use the themes of angels, and can you speak to how that might fuel the stories that you continue to tell?
I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I was going to say
Surprisingly little.
Surprisingly little was exactly the words I was going to use. I mean, every so often you see like an individual on a fan site saying, you know, I don't love the depiction of angels, or I don't love the idea of disloyal angels, or angels that mean ill will to mankind, but almost individuals.
Attract the interest of a special interest group. Actually.
Maybe it makes sense that our intention is not to piss anyone off. I mean, we don't have an agenda. We don't have an agenda to criticize any one religion. We don't have an agenda to push any one religion. I think many people on the writing staff are quite agnostic, actually, and we were raised in various religions or no religion at all. And we come to this with a lot of curiosity, and we just want to tell the best story that we can tell, and make life very difficult for our main character. So we're just looking at it as a really fascinating story that has, you know, entranced people for millennia, basically. And I think because we mean no one any ill will so far, maybe we have escaped it, although this might be very bad luck to talk about it.
No, and I mean, look, there's no doubt. I mean, sometimes we laugh and we pitch a story and we're like, well, that's sacrilegious. But these are questions. We are not the first people to be asking the questions about God's will and you know, why does benevolent God let terrible things happen, and that's certainly not new provocative material. It's been around for a long time, and we just happen to be asking it in our, you know, little horror show on the CW. So no, we actually haven't, and we've actually heard that we have, again, all anecdotally, but like one of our writers, his father is good friends with a priest, and this particular priest loves the show, and is just really, because, you know, you can count on one hand the amount of television shows that head-on talk about, you know, Book of Revelation, and I think they're just really interested that there's even a show out there that's even, you know, dealing with some of this subject matter.
It's not perfect, but I'll take it.
Right, exactly, right.
But no, you're taking these ideas seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what powers a lot of the most powerful stories, is that, yes, it's, you know, the format of the show is these brothers hunting and whatnot, but there's really deep underlying things. And I think the idea of a search for meaning, and that's what really religion is a search for meaning and connection. And I think the show is actually taking that seriously on its own terms. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it.
No, thank you very much. It's very nice. Thank you. I try.
Eric is actually using the show as a platform to start religion.
Right.
Oh man, I am gonna L. Ron Hubbard this shit. Oh man, that's a great idea. Oh. It all makes sense now.
Way better money than syndication.
Oh my god.
Cryptology.
I'm going to audit everybody out. Right, it's true.
You got a question?
Yes, since it's the apocalypse and all hell's broken loose, is there a chance we'll be seeing the cult returning?
Ben?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Even if an object gets, that's allegedly. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly the rumor and the myth and the legend of the cult does not die, and yeah, it'll nose itself around if that's a satisfactory response.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Hello, my name's Beryl, and I'm one of Misha's minions.
Wait, actually, let me interrupt. By applause, how many people in this room follow Misha's Twitters?
My question's actually for him as well. Based on your personal beliefs, how did you prepare for playing an angel, and kind of a morally gray one at that?
Well, I just set all of my personal beliefs aside. No, actually, it's been a really interesting role to play. Eric, when I went in to audition, he said the first sort of bit of direction I got was he hasn't been walking amongst human beings for 2,000 years, so these humans are strange, somewhat alien beings to him, and he has a curiosity about humanity, and that's been a fascinating thing to explore, because the question that you're then forced to ask is, what does it mean to be a human? And not many roles allow you to explore that so in depth. So that was an answer that didn't really answer your question, but it seems substantive.
I'll take it.